let us continue here with the Merchant's Tale variant dungeon. Last off on Sunday, we did get a lot of this done with the different paths. We only have 4 paths remaining. One additional path that we have to unlock on each of the 3 paths, and then there'll be the final path, which will be unlocking a bonus boss. So sort of bonus path, and that will be the true conclusion to the Merchant's Tale. Now we got a lot of hints of some things along the way. As a little bit of a recap, basically we're going. Yanaska is one of Yashtola's sisters. She is an apprentice gleaner. Had been an apprentice gleaner under her father. However, her father died of a mysterious disease in Nangsha, a country that's part of the Eastern Alliance that's south of Doma. It is he ended up dying, but he ended up leaving many of his daughters a book. It's in a short story that's in the volume Chronicles of Light 2 or whatever. So it's not, unfortunately, a story you can find online. But you get to see some of Yashtola's half-sisters, and you get to see the books that he ends up leaving them, because he, as a gleaner, is a sort of was tasked with collecting a lot of books and artifacts, and sort of has his own collection. And so he left her a book that is the Merchant's Tale, which is a tale of Corvos before the rule of Garlemald, and this is a book that actually sucks the reader into the tale. And she knows that she left him he left her this book for a reason, that this was the final test from master to student, and it would sort of show her what was like would show her what she needed on her path that was set before her. By the way, Luna, want some lore of this dungeon? Yeah, as long as it's not a spoiler. For stuff we haven't unlocked yet, sure. But yeah, so in this tale, we take the role of the protagonist, which is the protagonist and the protagonist's bodyguard, which is a young merchant who has fallen in love with this maiden. But she is very she's sad and forlorn and says she can't accept his love, and it's for some reason, it seems, but she says if we prove her worth and find her something of immeasurable value, then she might consider it. Now we bring her back all sorts of treasures from the different paths, but none of them can alleviate whatever sadness she holds in her heart. And so she says, no, this isn't the treasure. You should just sell it and find your own fortune and forget about me. But we've been piecing together some stuff about finding notes and things like that about some village or something like that was swallowed and cut off by the sea or something like that. There's these sea maidens or something like that. There's a swords master who went to go train the mountains to try to free this village or something like that. So somehow it's all tied to this sea village or something like that, and it's part of whatever sadness this lady holds in her heart. And the thing of immeasurable worth is probably going to be something like helping that village, or a token of the merchant's love, or something intangible that is the real true treasure. Is going to be sort of the idea of it. It's not a spoiler. It has to do with the boss. Oh yeah, sure. One of the main 3 bosses. Sure. But yeah, now that we've done that little bit of a recap, let us go in. So I think for this first one, we'll be surprise me when we first choose our first path here. Because we have to go down each one of these paths each once. All right, surprise me. You're fine with me making a choice while my glitter intuition is pointing me this way. I gotta remember the voice I gave Nikki Naz, because rocks. Because that's how we get into it. Because when we first met her, she was just eating a rock. It looked like she was just eating a rock, because her whole deal is that she's very curious, especially in regards to food and eating whatever strange food she comes across. All right, here we go. So this is the path that will lead us to the mansion, I believe, and the party. Holy shit, I'm being destroyed. Nobody said the lone sword master was technically Xenos' teacher. Really? and the one that made him bored with life. Truly. Was that the last Sword Master? Right. Wasn't the lore that, like, I think we got the lore somewhere that the last Sword Master died by Xenos' hand. So I was like, oh, fucking Xenos. That was part of a short story, was it not? I don't think I read that short story in full, but I know there is a short story involving Xenos when he was younger. So he was taught by a Corvosi, what could have been the last Corvosi Sword Master. Oh, the more you know. Yeah, there's a short story when Xenos turned by him. Oh, hell yeah, I kind of forgot about that, so I should reread that short story. Or actually, I don't think I read the full of it in the first place. I just think I saw people talking about it. Can't quite remember. All right, so yeah, we are here. I don't think it matters which way we go. This will just determine which mini boss we face. So this is the one with the bird, and this is the one with the genie. I think we faced the genie on this side the least amount of time, so let's go left this time around. Because the different thing that we need to do on this path to unlock the last thing is we need to break the fence, not with the wind, but we need to break the fence and not disturb the little wind sprite when they're stealing the fruit from the bird's nest. Is what we have to do. Blood for the bloodly. Oh, I gotta use the spirit dart additional dot that we have. Yeah, I really love this this variant dungeon. Like I said, I look forward to eventually doing some of the harder difficulties with this at some point. Though I do want to finish the tier first. That's the major goal, and then later, you know, we'll have lots of time to come back and do the stuff like this. There is going to be, you know, the content lull between, you know, like leading up to the next expansion. So we'll have plenty of time to do a bunch of the side stuff, other goals and things that we've been meaning to get to. From this patch as well, there's also the we also have the next chapter of the Hildebrand, the Dawntrail Hildebrand story that I want to be getting to. That'll probably be this next Wednesday. Is when we'll probably tackle that. All right, here we go. I gotta remember, a lot of these bosses really chunk with their autos. Okay, so this is, he's doing the big cleave on that side. Next, lilies. I wasn't sure how hard that was hit, so I was just like, oh, we'll use our extra rampart here, why not? Alright, summoning the cannons. Ah, shit. Oh, God. They're so hard to see with how they're gonna line up. Alright. Max lilies. This is gonna be the trains next. We gotta see. Okay, he's going for that switch, which means we gotta go run this side. Blood for the bloodly. Boom. A crazy technicolor ships. Let's pop a mitt here. All right, yeah, the exit flares here are part of the cave. The cave version of this fight. Or sorry, not the cave version. They both take place in a cave. This version on this path. Oh my god, I technically... I got clipped. Okay, we're okay. I'm fine, guys. Just a casual 2 vuln stacks, you know. One can say we're a bit rusty. Parade of Wonders. I'm just mitting just in case it was a big blast. Alright, it's that switch on that side again. Hold on, we have our presence of mind up. Alright, our bones have almost fallen off. We're okay. It's gonna be the cannons again. We just gotta not get clipped this time. Alright, we're good. We're good. Surprisingly close though. Alright, Rampart. We'll also Pionary. We're good. It's Aquavale here. Blood for the Blood Lily. Boom. Up. Rampart. We'll also Benison ourselves. We're good. They added a second damage ability that I was gonna take for this variant dungeon, but yeah, some of these bosses hit pretty hard, so it's nice having an additional option for the mitt for us here. So we ended up taking the same one that we did through all the other Endwalker variant dungeons, which was the additional dot. This is a nice one because it does put, no, sugar, hold on. There we go. Get some mitts up. It does put the dot on all the mobs, and White Mage doesn't have an AoE dot, so that really helps. Plus, the new damage ability has a pretty long cooldown to it, so... Hold on, we got Presence of Mind back. Okay, we'll be safe over here. I had to see which trigger he went to activate. Whoa. Max Lilies. No explosive ending, hold on. Rampart, Aquavale. Alright, he's almost dead. I think did I use Benison twice? I might have there. We'll wings this. Last time this hit pretty hard. We're good. We're good. All right. He's dead. Now, we haven't gotten a lot of, like, extra treasures from these treasure chests, just the pot shards mostly. We did get, like, a little magic lamp minion, but that's all we've gotten so far. So, don't know what else can drop from these, but I feel like we haven't been very lucky. All right, so there's the broken fence over there that we need to break. That's the path that we need to go down. Look at these cute, once again, look at these little cute little great mandragores. I love all the little variants of enemies that they've done in this variant dungeon. All right, let's holy here. All right, here we go. Presence of mind. Blood for the blood lily. Boom. All right. So yeah, here is the fence that we're gonna break. Now, last time there's the nest over there. A little wind sprite tries to take an apple from the bird's nest. We're gonna not stop that wind sprite this time and see what happens. So last time we attacked it while it was trying to take away the little fruit from the birds, and then the big bird came, the big bird mama came down and defended us during the fight is what that change was. So this isn't a good feeling of not stopping the wind sprite. But we do what we must. Hey, I'll be taking this. As you can see, he's going to flee, and we're just gonna not stop him. It stole their food. I'm sorry, little birds. It's like that. It's like one of the paths. Spoiler for Aloe Aloe. One of the paths is you have to not save the Lalafell. Now they don't die, but they're just like, what the fuck? You didn't save me. Just watch him getting his ass kicked. To be fair, he is the ringleader of like thieves. I would say the miscreants. I will say that were part of that quest line. That were, I guess, looking for treasure. I think miscreant treasure hunters or what have you. All right. Now, assumedly, not doing anything would lead to another path. At last, the merchant and bodyguard are set from the palace. Its ornate entrance, hinting at bygone resplendence. Is there... Why is there... Can we not go this way? This seems like suspiciously like just like a couple of boxes. Like... I guess not. This is quite like a nice carpet, though. All right. It's like a nice deep red purple color. More purple, I would say. All right, here we go. Anything fancy? No. Just magic prism ribbons. I think we had a lot of these from the Occult Crescent. They're a pretty decent one, though. That's why I kept them in my bags. All right, here we go. Heat burst. All right, let's Aqua Veil here. Alright, let's see where this is gonna go. Oh, no, wait, hold on. This is not... This is the one where she goes through the lines and then she'll end up here and do a donut. Right. Let's Remax Lilies right now. While she was out of her radius, is a good time to do that. Now she's gonna do it again. I should probably waited her to go far before we did that. Oh, hold on. In for the donut. We're good. Heat burst. Aqua Veil again. Blood for the blood lily. Boom. Rampart here, just gonna keep putting with autos. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this is gonna cleave over on this way, and then it's gonna go into us. So we're gonna have to make a swap. And swap. Boom. You can sort of see it's a big fire line that she sort of sends out to show which direction she's gonna sweep in. She does the entire cleave. Took me a hot second to visualize that when we first got here, because I wasn't sure like how the spin worked, like what, like she was, like like what half she was cleaving. All right, they're gonna end up here. Oh shit, we gotta get out from the Jules path. We're good. Refresh dot. A spirit draws near, eager to work mischief. Get away, you blubbering bird! Stop nipping my heels! Their voice is great on my ears. Eek! Oh, the wind sprite's gonna help us out this time? Oh wait, the burb! Greedy bird, I only saw a few stacks? No, the bird's fucking pissed! Oh no! Big dumb bird and slow, oh so slow! Haha, too slow. That food was delicious, by the way, until next time. Legendary bird, yeah. Legendary bird fucking pissed. There we go. If we do save it from the apple, the wind sprites try to attack us because they're like, we would get back at you for fucking oh, hold on. Okay, there's gonna be 3 back and forths because it's the same way the entire time. But then the bird comes to save us because we helped their chicks. That time the bird was just mad pissed at the wind sprites. Okay. Aqua Veil. Is she gonna stand up because she's really pissed? Or wings this shit? Oh, right, hold on. I forgot it's this first and then it's her big attack. Okay. It's not, it doesn't go big attack into big attack. Also, hold on, Max Lilies, Blood for the Blood Lily. Boom. All right, here we go. Rampart, Pionary, Venison. We're good, fully mitted. Max Lilies again. Okay, where is it gonna end up? Okay, over there. We don't want to be in the way of the fire line that she's gonna do to get here. All right, perfect. Aqua Veil and a Venison. Max Lilies. Okay, so that's gonna sweep this direction. And then it's gonna go back the way it came. And then it's gonna go into us. Okay, so we'll only have to swap once. That way, back the way it came. And then we swap. Alright. Do a Pionary here as well. Wings. As the 2 heat bursts back to back. Alright, 1, 2. Then it's gonna end up here. them, but stay in for the donut. There we go. Max Lily's blood for the blood lily. Boom. Aquavale and Benison here. Let's refresh our dots. Okay, it's gonna be the carpet sweep again because we want to go that way. And then it'll go this way again, so we'll have to swap. And then, okay, so 3 swaps. All right. 1 swap. 2 swap, and we're good. I think we're good. It's only, yeah, double swap. Okay, yeah. Okay, Peonary, Benison. Max Lilies. All right, she's almost dead. We almost got her. Let's rampart this as well. Alright, I'm just gonna end up over here. Finish her. Boom. Huzzah. Alright. Get anything good? Nope, just more of the currency. Just more of the currency. Alright. So this was the treasure that we got from this path, which was the carpet. Kind of gets like a Persian carpets, like the very expensive kind of carpets kind of vibe from this place. All right. So let's see. That should have unlocked a new entry, and it did. All right, here we go. Can I not move this? Hold on. Move this over here. All right, Corvosi folklore record. A carpet soars. Woven with golden threads, the carpet glided. The carpet glided through the night sky, silent and shimmering like a falling star. Although the palace was laden with treasure, we chose to bring back a magic carpet. We witnessed our foe using it to fly hither and thither. I was also magicked, and it seemed to obey the commands of its master absolutely. As appealing as a mountain of gems might be, one cannot put a price on the ability to soar through the skies. The origins of such carpets are widely known in the Near East. Yeah, I think there's the flying carpet item in game that does mention that is from Corvos or something like that. As the maiden told us, it is said an ancient Corvosi king entrapped a Peri and forced her to create them. In fact, one scholar of folklore found evidence that the legend predates the merchant's tale. Perhaps the fable weaves together several others which circulated through the region during the same time period. Meaning the illuminated manuscript is a rich tapestry of Corvosi tradition and culture. Its value as a scholarly and historic document cannot be overstated. As it happens, there have been attempts to recreate the fabled carpet through magical means, with some success being seen in recent times. Oh, how simple life would be if, like the Peri, one could simply drift off and be carried in the direction of one's whims. Yet I suppose that would rob one of the pleasure of the journey itself. Ah, yes. For now, I'm content to travel by my own 2 feet. Okay, so there we go. That was the one we were missing on this path. So yeah, the magical recreation and the time is probably talking about the mount that you can get. I don't know where you get it from. It might be a shop mount. Anyway, though. So we have 2 more paths on the other ones. Maybe we'll go for the water one next, because I think we'll have to return to the water one after anyway, so I might as well diversify it a little bit. All right, let's go again. We'll go for the water path this time. We are, I think, missing one more piece of information to be able to unlock the path. We're starting to put together, I think there's like an altar or something like that in the water path that we have to do some emotes at, I think. And I think we have a couple of the emotes, or like we have an emote to do, and then something to say, and then we need another emote, I think. We need another hint in one of these journal entries to be able to piece it all together. I like that they've sort of like done it this way. All right, let's go to the marketplace, which will send us to the ghost. All right, so we have to play this out of helping out this fellow. Honestly, I thought there was gonna be more like differentiation in the path within the city, but it plays out the exact same time, the exact same thing every single time. Like I thought there was gonna be like more little things that you could do different here, or more little tidbits of things, but there's not really a lot in the city section of it. But it is very pretty. Once again, all of the bright, oversaturated colors that, and like the way the clouds are drawn or whatever, gives it that sort of like you're in a storybook kind of feel. Which does make it feel very like Kingdom Hearts like. That's what I thought when we first saw the trailer with this. All right, here we go, the coast. You know, I was gonna mention here that I think that's the anchorite at Corvos. And that the rocky formation on both sides of the strait were actually the ankles of a massive statue, I guess. If that's the ankles, then it went friggin' high. Wonder who would have built that. And where did it go? Is the statue like on the ocean floor now, or what? I don't know if the ancients would have built like a statue of a person. Right, because they were like, from what we saw of the ancient culture, they were just like very like you know, not very individualistic. So the only thing I could, but it doesn't like a stone statue like that. I don't know, it doesn't read. It's not wacky enough to be Allag. So I don't know. Who knows? All right, so we are going to, well, I guess we haven't done the other version of it, but we might as well. We'll change things up. We've done the rainbow version of this a couple of times. So the way that you can change the mechanics on this fight for the variation is to explode or not explode this crystal right next to us by leaving the bombs here. Now this is actually a pretty fun one. And it's pretty good design in terms of you'll naturally kill the bombs here, so naturally you'll see that they'll damage the crystal. Which sort of like shows you like oh hey, like the mob attacks can affect the environment, which plays into a lot of some of the different path stuff. So yeah, now all these rainbow crystals are destroyed and pouring out water, which is actually very pretty. Rainbow crystals and little water in general. All right. This fellow again. All right, that side is exploding more. And then the reverses. Anyway, so because we did explode those rainbow crystals, we'll get like some water sprites that will appear later down the line for a mechanic, as opposed to a sort of like rainbow shimmery mechanic that we would have had if the crystals had remained intact. Okay, we'll be safe over here. Anyway, so what we're doing differently on this path to unlock I think the final additional variation that we needed was, oh right, it's not something to knit. I always have to remind myself. I always underestimate like where the safe spot is there. Peonary as well. But the final thing we need to do on this path is on the left. When we get out of here, we'll be going, okay, here's the water sprites. So this one I feel like is harder to read and more annoying than the rainbow mechanic. So the rainbow one, it's like kind of like the rabbit boss at the end in the research station dungeon for Dawn Trail, where there's like the big dirt columns that come up and move along the way. It's like that, but more like rainbow shimmery. And there'll be two of them that might go in different directions, and you just have to see where they're going. Any hoodles, sorry, I keep tangenting. We'll have to go left, and there'll be a horn of a shell horn to blow that would just summon a manatee. And we're just not going to touch that horn is what we need to do. Last time we did touch the horn, this time we won't be touching it. And hopefully that will be the additional path. Alright, we gotta go over this way. Max lilies. Rampart and venison. Okay, aquavale and venison. And blood for the blood lily. Boom. Okay, hold on. Rampart, and we'll wings this. Oh, here's the water sprites again, but I think this is gonna pair like it did before. It's gonna pair with this for the second one. It's gonna pair with a circle on the ground that we'll have to avoid. That'll be eating one of the safe spots. Oh, we're actually fine, exactly fine right where we were. Huzzah! Alright, here comes these damn cannons again. I think I always underestimate where the safe space is, because I'm looking more visually at the cannons, but I have to be looking at like sort of the stands that the cannons are on, which are wider than the cannons. Alright, okay, we're safe here. He's taking the opposite lever. Alright, he's almost dead. Peonary here as well. And hold on, just mitting here. Alright, we're good. Just in case we didn't kill him in time. I was gonna risk it. Okay. So as I said, we are going to be going left. So let me see. I do remember there was an entrance Sorry, there was an entry that talked about like the different, like the corals, the shells, and the spiral shells. I do wonder if that'll have something to do with the final path unlocking, because we're getting an idea, but we're not sure about it all. Entirely sure how it all pieces together yet. But I don't know if there's something we'll have to do with the shells is the only thing. Oh, right, hold on, I forgot my spirit dart. A little bit late now, but the bonus action. All right. So we're gonna be going left this time, which is not following the little things. I guess that's the other side of this is the other foot of the statue. Okay. I fancy a stroll along the beach. Left we go. So yeah, here's like this big pearl. But I don't know, we didn't just freaking Nazca just tasting it. I don't think there's anything to do with this one in particular. Because there's nothing, you know, to poke at. This is the thing that we're not going to touch over here. This giant conch horn. Alright, there we go. The spear dart. Blood for the blood lily. Boom. Alright, so there you go over there. You can see that it's a giant conch shell that we could poke over there, but we're not going to. She's impressive as always, Kelvin. Alright. So we're gonna ignore the horn. Alright, spear dart. Also, she says here, the pleasant scent of ocean and rot. That way this is called, these creatures are called Div's perfume. Ooh, what and who is a div? Alright, hold on. Swift cast holy here. And boom, shakalaka. Alright. So hopefully not touching the horn there is what's gonna give us the different outcome with a different mechanic here on this boss that will unlock another entry. Alright, here we are. Man, oh man, once again, I love the variant dungeons. Like I said before, this is completely up my alley. Like it's such a great way for to introduce like some sort of like side lore. You know, once again, something that doesn't quite fit into an expansion, but is a fun way to get some lore of some different places of the world on the side. And then I love like as a puzzle game enjoyer, I love the little puzzly aspects of it. Alright, so it's gonna be this thing followed by the seahorse lane. Also, hey Tree Leaf, hello, welcome. Yeah, this has been a grand time with this variant dungeon so far. Like I said, I really like them in Endwalker. So I'm glad we got at least one here in Dawn Trail, that they kept up with this. This also sort of replaces that okay, it's gonna be the seahorse first. It also sort of replaces what the Trial series used to be, because ever since with Endwalker, and they continued it forward in Dawn Trail. They've sort of baked in all of the trials into the main story, which I guess makes sense, because that way everybody has the trial unlocked, you know, to be like, oh, did you unlock this trial, or have you done this trial storyline yet? Because everybody should have done it with the main story. But it does mean that, you know, there's less opportunity to sort of dive into some side elements to the lore that might not be part of the current focus of the story, which I always find a lot of fun. And it also leads to, like, you know, like a little bit of a change of pace, because, you know, the vibes all end up being very similar if the story, for, like, you know, a lot of the fights, you know, because of the way that the Dawn Trail is. Hold on, we gotta go this way. Because of the way that Dawn Trail is, you know, like the theme has sort of been like, and the colors and everything has all been very similar throughout all of the post-patch stuff and the trials or whatever have you. Not going into details, but, you know, if you know, you know. So something like this that's like, you know, the bright, colorful, and like something a little bit different is a lot of fun. And we don't get that with the Trial series anymore, because they're all part of the main story. Because, you know, like in Stormblood, we had like the auspices, and that was a lot of fun. And then, you know, we had the weapon storyline in Shadowbringers, and the Warring Triad, where we got a little bit of like a little bit of lore on Mirror City in there, and sort of a wrap up with Hydrus. That, oh shit, I always forget that it's the in and out here. It's the out to go in and out. As part of that mechanic. Okay, this is different. Okay, this is different. Waves are coming out everywhere. Don't let them knock you over. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Not let them knock me into the death wall? Oh shit. Oh, okay. Oh, I understand what I'm supposed to do. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I just have to, like, move before they hit the tile. Okay, that's unfortunate. We have to start again here from the beginning. Yeah. Take two. Whoops, I didn't mean to use a Suna there. I meant to use my shield. And Aquaveil. Anyway, I'm just not mentioning the specifics of like the Dawn Trail post patches in case, you know, just to avoid any particular spoilers on it. But I guess for most people here. Oh shit! God damn it! I forgot the seahorse went first. It was my bad. I need to focus. We gotta focus up. We can't. We're not gonna die again. All right. Not dying again. We remember the order. It's only 2. Once again, my only qualm with this fight is that all of like the side lore content stuff is just like, she seems so sorrowful. Yeah, the entire fight is like, and it's like, I don't know if that's sorrow. My goodness. A little bit of disconnect with the story and the gameplay on that front. Alright, then we gotta get out of the radius of this for the explosion. Oops. Here we go. Uh-oh. Alright, fellas, an ad might be coming up here to play. I'm all out of snoozes, though. I'm all out of the snoozes, so... It'll be a short one, though. Okay, this is gonna be the in and out. We're remembering this is the in and out. It's 30 seconds until the ad. It might take a little hot second afterwards to do it, so... Alright, ceaseless current. So this is it. Okay, so if we hug up to it, as soon as it goes, we go in. That's what we have to do. These mechanics always screw me over because there's no, like, orange danger. The wave just sort of goes forward. But there we go. We've done it. So I imagine she'll pair this with other mechanics afterwards. Alright, the ad will probably be going here any second now, but at least we got to see that resolve. So apologies anybody that's going to get caught in this ad here in a second. We should be fine. I understand that mechanic now. We won't die. We won't die. We're locked in. Alright, this is going to be the order again. So it is going to be... Okay, the Clynids or whatever the heck first, then two seahorses. Okay. Oh shit. One seahorse, it's a receding tide as well. Two seahorse. And then the other one. We're good, we're good. This ad's like ad starting soon, but it hasn't gone yet on my... There it goes. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me see. So this one is gonna be... There's gonna be two safe spots here, but she's gonna cleave one of them. Okay, which means that over here is gonna be safe. Also, welcome back anybody that was caught in the ad break. We're still alive. We're still alive, no worries. I didn't heck up and die again. Okay, piercing plunge. Let's mitt this. Alright, Rampart, we're also gonna wings this. We're good. Solidly mitted. Mitigation, mitigation. Alright, here's the song again. Alright, it's gonna be... Okay, it's gonna be alternating. Starting with these guys. And then the seahorse. And then the other one we gotta get in. And then the seahorse to end with. Allow max lilies. Alright, we have a little bit of safe area over here. Alright, she's almost dead. She's almost dead. Blood for the blood lily. Alright, it'll either be behind us or in front of us here. It's gonna be behind. And then we want to get away from these because they'll explode next. Mitigation, mitigation. All right, we got her. Boom. All right. We got the triple triad card again. I think we got the triple triad card for each of the final end path stuff. We did it. Didn't oopsie poopsie this time. All right. Let me see. I think we'll have time to unlock the last other path. First of all, let's get out and read the additional entry, and then I think we'll do the one last other path that we had, and then we'll take a pause for a second, and we'll go do the Savage Reclears, and then we'll come back to this afterwards at the end of the night to see the final path. But one more of these unlocks to do. All right, let me see. Here we are. Good, that was the additional thing we needed to do. All right. The ocean's bounty. The merchant apprised the shimmering waters before him, certain that they contained riches untold. While I tend to become distracted by grand scenery, even the most stoic soul would be stunned speechless by the beautiful sea we came upon. Beds of seaweed thick as a forest, glittering fish beyond counting, and crabs hoisting their claws up high as if rejoicing. The crab dance. Truly a culinarian would marvel at the ingredients gathered there. I dare say a truly skilled hand could prepare a full-course meal without stepping foot from those verdant shores. Bounty of the ocean. Strangely enough, there was not a single fisher in sight, yet I suppose the sheer numbers of deadly creatures we encountered is sufficient explanation. Dangerous. Or maybe it has to do with whatever that village happened in the village. Much like the protagonist of The Merchant's Tale, I am no fighter, so I was most grateful for my bodyguard's presence. That's us! Our bodyguard's presence. And although we met Nereus' soul, we noticed the plain markings of civilization along the way. Perhaps there was a fishing village we overlooked somehow. The one that was cut off somehow? Oh, what I would not give for a glimpse into their way of life. Which of the sea's bounties did they favor, and how did they prepare them? I admit the lack of answers does fill me with some measure of regret. She's a foodie, I think, at heart. She loves the food and the different strange ingredients. All right. So that's that one. Let's go for, like I said, we'll do the mountain one this time and get the final path for there. So this mountain path one, the thing that we're going to be doing different is that we're going to be taking along the magnetic rock path that will be on the left. And hold on, let's make sure to go the right way first. Oh, good, we're in agreement. Let's go straight toward the Great Gate. I don't know if I don't think there's anything different if you are in agreement. Like, I don't know if there's like a bonus or something. Probably not. I don't recall there being so many stairs when I was a lad. This poor guy. They need. This is why they need ramps or something like that. Helps out everybody. Good for all sorts. Anyway, though, so we're going to be taking the left magnetic rock path, and then there's going to be, we learned in one of the entries that the magnetic effect on the rocks in that area is decreased by Earth aspected ether, which we used along the caveway to open up a new little section where there was a little some notes that we got to read to unlock one of the other paths. But it's enhanced by lightning ether, and so we're going to use the lightning attacks of the mob in that area to hit some of the floaty rocks to enhance the energy of the magnets, and that'll lead to the magnetism and that'll lead to unlocking a new variation. I'll actually, after this, I'll check to see what's happening with the friendos as well, because if Squid said that Afro might be late, it might be delayed anyway, so we might be able to get it in. But I also don't want to feel pressured in terms of time, so we shall see. Also, hey, Aru, hydrate check. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Everybody, hope you staying hydrated out there. Oh, speaking of hydration, we're gonna have the water ads here too in a second. All right, hold on. Let me take a sip real quick. Alright, hydration achieved. Once again, thank you for the reminder. Currently in D&D, I hope you're enjoying D&D. How's the tail going? It's going well, We have one more variation on this path to unlock, and then we'll just have the bonus boss. Though we might have to pause, and because re-clears didn't go too well yesterday, so we were gonna see if we can get them done today, so I might have to pause and go do that, and then we'll come back and do the last bonus path. Alright, let's take these guys and let's douse the bombs over here, because that's how you unlock one of the variations on this front. And I feel like it's easier than the other one, so we'll do this. There we go, that should douse the bombs. There we go. The explosives are drenched in water. Huzzah! Alright, hold on. Blood for the blood lily. Boom. Oops, I did not mean to place Asylum. Whatever that's placed there now. Alright, here we are. The mini boss. Once again, I know I said this when we were doing this on Sunday, but I do appreciate that at least they have 2 different mini bosses. You know, it's not a different mini boss along each of the routes, but at least, you know, in the other variant dungeons, it's the same mini boss every single time with only very small variation. Okay, we gotta get to the north here. So it makes it feel very samey. At least here there's 2 different mini bosses. There's this one that's along the mountain path, and there's the genie one that's along the water path, and then along the path with the palace and the fields and stuff like that. You get the option to pick between the 2, more or less. Hope re-clears go a bit better today. Man, I hope so too. Ran into, oh, hold on. I gotta go over this way. The M9S re-clear was clean, but then, yeah, just too many groups that were struggling mightily with M10S. It was rough. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get M10S swiftly, and then M11 won't give us too much trouble. Yeah, M10 and M11 have been horrible still, yeah. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity to heck up. A lot of opportunities for the oopsie poopsie. All right, hold on. This is the alternate mechanic. Since we destroyed their bombs, they're tossing these sort of poison canisters instead. But because they don't have the bombs, it won't cause the landslide, which means we won't have to deal with the falling rocks. That would have been pervasive throughout the rest of the fight, so I feel like it's easier in that front. I said, God damn it, why didn't you bring more? Let's get out of here. All right, let's see. So that one in the back is getting hit. And then, oh, good. We're safe here. Also, you said you were having major issues in M11 with some people, but you're under the assumption that it's the people that are still new to clearing. Yeah, probably. You can definitely tell if somebody dies or it seems a little bit lost on a mechanic, they probably haven't cleared the fight a lot. So there's you know, like everybody's, you know, at different points of their prog. Oh, hold on, we gotta follow this around. So it's to be expected if they haven't had a lot of practice in it to be a little bit more shaky. But it does lead to a lot of groups and party finder not always being very consistent. But I mean, that's the way of the party finder, you know. Sometimes it'll just be like that. It'll always be a mixed bag. Oh, hold on, he's gonna do the cone. Yeah, sometimes like yesterday, you just gotta be like, all right, we'll come back and try again another day. All right, the one on the right is being hit. Oh, hold on, refresh our dots as well. And then the one in the north is being hit. Oh, good, which means we'll be safe here. We're good. Oh, hold on. Let's wings this. That was maybe a bit late in that wings. We were okay. Alright, and then the cone. We're good, we're good. Alright, almost dead. Oh no, he's disappearing. Oh, we're gonna have to wait till he comes back. Now my presence of mind. Alright, we're good. Boom shakalaka. Also, you said all you have left now is just re-clears of 11 and clearing 12. And clearing 12 now, which is not bad. Three weeks out if you don't get one twine between now and then. Oh, for your bis? I see. Yeah, I still need the pants off of 11, and I need one glaze as well to upgrade one of my accessories. That's what I'm currently missing. All right, let's do the spirit dart here. And then... Swift cast the holy there. All right, there we go. Boom shakalaka. All right, so on this path we're gonna go left for the variation that we need here, and those like little like crystals with the aura around them, that's what we need to hit. All right, let's go the floating rocks. So we learned in one of these entries that now it had no effect because this is just a storybook. It's still kind of weird that they have a taste in any effect anyway, but those are apparently hallucinogenic mushrooms. All right, ooh, look at a big chunk over there. All right, let's go get these burbs. And... bait their lightning attacks. It's glowing like we're close to it. Oh, okay. Do we just have to be nearby? Like, we're nearby and it seems to be, like, changing color, or... like, it's all lit up, right? What does that mean? We don't have to, like... It lit up. Is that all we had to do? Because we've dispelled the aura on it or whatever? How do we get up there? How nearby do we have to be? We have to get hit by the thing? We just have to be nearby it? There's a path? Is it through here? Oh, those sneaky bastards. I thought maybe that would be... that it looked like it could be a thing. Ah, that's nice. From a distance, it looks just like one of the chunks. Okay, see, I thought we had to bait these lightning attacks. But apparently just being near the rock was enough. I think we dispelled its, whatever. They just have to get hit by the AoE, do they? Well, let me double check the AoE thing before. Because it seemed like just being near it was good enough. I don't know if it was being near the birds, but... we'll just bait one more attack here just to be safe. All right. Yeah, I was looking at this and I was like, is that a path? They do a really good job concealing that it is. That it is one. They just had to get... They stopped glowing. It's good? Okay. Yeah, I think we just had to stand by them. I don't know why. All right, I believe there's only the 3, so I think we're good. All right. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, just stand near them. You activated it all before even pulling the enemies. I see, I see. Yeah, you would think based on the rest of the dungeon that it would be the enemy's lightning attacks that would do it. I mean, that's how we did it with the Earth Elemental, but... Because it said that lightning would help empower the magnetism. So I thought they had to get hit by the lightning blast that the enemies did, but apparently not. Us just standing by them was what needed it, apparently. Because I noticed that they were doing the glowy effect before the birds even did one of their attacks. So we just kind of like toted the burns around there just for the heck of it. Once again, though, that was a smart hidden path. So looking at it from the side, it just looked like maybe it was just a deep one of these little like craters on the side. For a moment, I was like, "Is it?" But then I was like, "I don't know. I don't know about that angle." It was good. The electromagnetism hovering, perhaps, perchance. That's just an effect of the electromagnetism that's already there. So, I don't know. I didn't know. All right. This lady. This one that hits it's pretty hard. All right, so we are going to be vulnerable from the right. Means we want to go over here. And we should be good here as well. Oh, shit. Crap. I was just like, I'm in the wrong order. I don't think we have enough time. Shit, hold on. We weren't gonna have enough time if we do it like the two that go like the back to back. We have to make sure we're the third one in the order. All right, so we're gonna be vulnerable to the east and to the south. Which means this will be fine. This won't be fine. I don't know how I change this. How do I change that direction? Oh, right. I have to make it so that it bounces into a different direction. I forget that the bounces make it that it doesn't count as the side that it comes from. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, we're thinking with magnets now. Opposites attract. Do I have to not get attracted to the rock? No, wait, it's gonna pull us towards it. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Oh, and we get stunned. Oh, we're fine. Rampart. Oh, yeah. Alright, our Vuln stack is almost falling off here, which is good because this boss already chunks very hard. Alright, east and north is where we're vulnerable. Alright, so we should be good here. Alright, we did Aquavale and Venison there. Hold on, refresh dot. Alright, we're vulnerable from the east. Alright, see, I had to remember that when it bounces, this little count is coming from the west. It doesn't matter that it's kind of came from the north to start with. That's all I gotta remember. Alright, we are good over here. Alright, good. No Vuln stack this time. Let's rampart again here. Alright, and in. Refresh dot. Alright, Aqua Whale, Venison. Blood for the Blood Lily. Boom. Okay, here comes the rocks again. So we are attached to... Okay, likes repel, likes repel. We're thinking with magnets in Final Fantasy XIV again. Perfect. Nailing it. Exceptional. Is this a death wall? If I did that poorly, would I get yeeted in the death wall? Luckily, it's not a terrible thing, but if you do it like really bad, it might be a bit fucked. So sometimes, usually this is a death wall, but sometimes you just get a bleed or something. I'm not willing to test it. Alright, we're vulnerable from the east and from the north. We've already whittled this boss down too much to our science it now. Alright, we'll be good here. Whoop. It's rampart because this boss... Oh, geez, okay. This boss loves to chunk us in terms of the autos. The sword strikes are owie. Alright, we're vulnerable to the north. Or from the north. Which means we don't want to be there, and this will be fine here. Alright, blood for the Blood Lily. Hold on, we gotta see. Okay, we're gonna be fine here. Alright. And out. She's almost dead. We've got her on the ropes. Up here comes the magnets again. Okay, likes repel, likes repel, likes repel. Oh wait, which one are we tethered to? Oh right, okay. Oh wait, never mind. This is opposites attract. Nailed it. Alright, here we go. Finish her. Boom. Alright. Still nothing nice in terms of loot. Whew. Alright. So yeah, let's step out here. And then let's read the journal entry that we unlocked. Hopefully it'll have, if we need a little bit more information, we shall see. All right, Master of the Unyielding Blade. Well, the Master of the Unyielding Blade wielded but a single sword. It cut from all directions at once. Our last foe was a practitioner. Our last foe? This is technically the first foe we went after, but okay. Was a practitioner of the ancient style of swordplay known as the Unyielding Blade. Never did I think I would behold such techniques with my own eyes, so the encounter was a pleasant but deadly surprise. In the real world, the swordmasters in the Unyielding Blade were systematically slaughtered in the war against the Garlean Empire. Well, some apparently survived this purge. They could not bear imperial oppression and rose up in a failed rebellion. At last, the final swordmaster was taken captive and met an unjust end, or so I have heard. So this is the short story with Xenos, apparently. Stories say that in ages past, the esoteric order would offer demonstrations of their skills as a show of loyalty to the royal family. Okay, interesting. Yet another tradition that was stamped out under imperial heel. Okay, screenshots of war. Recalling such displays reminds me of a scene in edition of The Merchant's Tale written for children. In it, characters reach a stage which shone in rainbow hues. It was built not for a king or queen, but a ceremonial place, okay, this is definitely the thing by the ocean, to make an offering of friendship to a different race of people. So this is, yeah, to make an offering of friendship to otherworldly beings at that stage in the water area. If kings take pleasure in displays of martial prowess, so this is how we entertain them, okay, this is the last thing that we need. Because it said that in this ritual we would need to show a sign of friendliness, which is going to be the bow. We'd have to speak certain words, and then we have to entertain the being. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we need to do. If kings take pleasure in displays of martial prowess, what would pique the interest of an entirely different race? Gaining an understanding of the story's cultural background should allow us to anticipate the tale's twists before they happen, and use the insight to drive our actions while within the book. Okay, it doesn't say specifically, so we just have to know the being. So if it's the water being, like singing, we don't have a singing mode. Dancing, should we just dance? Should we do the dance? Let me see if any of the water entries say what they like. Some tales portray them as dangerous creatures who bewitch people and drag them into the depths, while others depict them as friends and allies. Taking this into account, perhaps the sea maid in the manuscript might become more amiable depending on how events unfold. We could possibly even communicate and form a mutually beneficial relationship. In our battle, it seemed the sea maid controlled other sea creatures through song. This may imply our origins lie in a culture which held music in high regard. Okay, so maybe it is music. But do we have a music? Even if we did not share a common tongue, a melody might convey our feelings properly. However, I feel neither Bodyguard nor I can sing loud enough to be heard from underwater surface. Even so, there may be a way to make a sound that reaches even the ocean floor. Okay, so it would have to be a sound. It would have to be a sound. Maybe there would be something that I don't know if we would have like what emote would be able to do. That would be a base emote that we could make a sound. Lally-ho. Just classic lally-ho-em. Interesting. Maybe we'd have to make a sound another way. We'll have to get there and see, and then if not, go through the entries and see if there's something else that might be able to be gained. So that's the way that we entertain. The entertainment one is that we have to do something with music or sound or something. So like we learned from one of these ones. Hold on. Let me find that one. Oh, here we go. Here's the ritual. One model example consists of 3 steps. First one must convey peaceful intent through body language, which will be the bow, which we learned from another entry. Second one must speak a specific set of words. We think it's the I am returned words that we got in one of the little, when we went to the aside path, there was one of the little journal entries. And then lastly, one must entertain the being as a final gesture of trust. So that was something to do with sound, though we're not quite sure what yet. I don't know if there's another one in one of these other entries that will be specific about it. Let me see if we got one from there, one from here. At Revolvers have reveled in the floating rock stream into something bad. That this instead was infusing them with ether. That's the one where we learned that one about the earth and the lightning ether. Make a sound that reaches even the ocean floor. I mean, there is the horn, but I don't think we can go both of those ways at the same time. You'd have to take the right path. This does say here that this treasure was one that was ultimately moved the maiden's heart. Indeed, coral, spiral shell, starfish, and such are all made appearance in our journey, yet none seem to carry any special significance. Perhaps in another version of events, these objects could play a more crucial role in the merchant's quests. Alright, well. For now, we at least went through one additional thing in this path. We will be coming back here at the end of the day to unlock this next path, but this is around the time when I think we're gonna join up with the friendos. So I don't want to be in the middle of something when that happens, and this will be the last like bonus boss and big section of it in the cutscene after. So we will come back here after, and then we will finish the Merchant's Tale, and that will be happening at the end of the closer to the end of the stream today. So yeah, we return here. We're gonna be finishing out that last part of the Merchant's Tale variant dungeon, so we're gonna be trying to get that bonus path. I'm pretty sure we know what to do, but we'll figure it out. We got to go down the to the waterway and perform certain actions. Now, the only question is what that last action is. And we know it's something with music, something that can be heard from the bottom of the ocean. I don't know if something will appear before us and we'll be able to use it. I'm hoping something will appear before us and we'll be able to use it, because I don't know what emote to use otherwise. But I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, so this is to get the final path, the bonus boss, and finish out the last path here and get our conclusion to the story. The true conclusion to this tale. And the final cutscene and stuff like that with Yunaska. All right, let's go into the marketplace. When he passed before him, the merchant felt drawn to the lively shouts of the bazaar. What awaits at road's end? Helping these guys with the boxes again. Man, the lighting in this area is very particular. Kind of yellowy. All right. So far we managed to piece together that there was some tragedy or whatever that befell some coastal, perhaps fishing village. that sort of cut them off from other people or whatever. And we're gonna perform this ritual or whatever at this certain altar to befriend the sea folk or whatever. Who knows? And there's been a bunch of the different pieces from the different texts that we put together for this purpose. To try to get this down pat. We shall see. But we'll be going to the right after we're done with the mini boss. Is gonna be the idea. This time around on this mini boss, the genie mini boss, let's not break the crystals. And I do find it to be the easier mechanic, just because I have trouble reading the crosshatch pattern. All right, let's drag them away. I think if we drag them just like over here, it'll be far enough away that it doesn't crack the crystal over there. All right, hold on. Get the dot going here. Our bonus action dot. And then perhaps a blood for the bloodly. Boom. All right. Oh, hey, Minty. Oh, hello, welcome, welcome. I see a nerd me. Thank you. Indeed. All right, here we go. The mini boss time. And then after this, like I said, we'll be going the right path, and hopefully we have enough information to put together the bonus path information. Hope you're doing good, yeah. Doing good here. Just finished getting some of our Savage Raid re-clears, thankfully. Things they managed to get the re-clears in the party finder. Hope you've been doing good too. Wait, hold on. There we go. Hooray, Savage, yeah. Party Finder, trying to pug it on Party Finder yesterday was giving us some trouble, but today went a little bit better. Still still the third fight of this tier was giving us a wee bit of problems. It's a tough fight, but we managed to clear it at the end, so that was good. All right, let's see. All right, we're going over here. Going over this way because he's changing that switch on that side. And now I'm here finishing the story of the variant dungeon. Hopefully. Oh gosh, darn it, I need a mitt. Alright, so here's the mechanic if you don't destroy the rainbow crystals. So these will be going in a certain direction. They don't always go the same direction. And then again. Man, this guy's auto's hurt. Oh, this time they are both going the same direction. You love this variant so much? Me too. I love the variant dungeons. I really enjoyed them in Endwalker, and I'm really glad we got another one here in Dawn Trail. I really enjoy the little like puzzly aspects, and I like that this is like a challenge that you can do solo. Though eventually I might want to try the harder difficulty stuff. I didn't do it for Endwalker, but I think it'll be fun for this one. Perhaps a little bit later down the line when I'm done with the raid tier. You want to try advanced? Hell yeah, hell yeah. From what I hear, it's like extreme level difficulty. Like the same difficulty in extreme would be, so Definitely sounds like fun. Alright, hold on. Max lilies. More mitts. Blood for the blood lily. Boom. Maybe I should have wings this. No, we're fine. The extraction button rampart also helped a lot there. Alright. Oh, these are both going same side. There we go, we'll wings that one. Alright, these goddamn cannons. For some reason, I gotta align myself with the platform part of it and not the cannon itself, or else I get slightly misaligned. Hold on, max lilies. Boom. Blood for the blood lily. Alright, over here is gonna be safe. Oh, hey, Aru. Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing the finale here. How's the re-clears? We managed to get M10 and M11. M11, it took us a hot second. We had a 0.1 wipe at some point. It was really tragic, but we eventually got there. Hold on, Peonary. So I managed to get the M11 re-clear there too. Alright, there we go. Still haven't gotten much fancy from the loot here. I don't even know what you can possibly get. I imagine like the Endwalker variants, like maybe some housing items, some more minions. We got one minion, that's all we've seen so far. Alright, they emerged from the dark cave and were greeted by the glittering sea. So we will be going right here. Yeah, I think I have everything that I probably need to do to get to this bonus boss, but I'm still a little bit uncertain. Specifically, like the entertaining part. I don't know if something will appear, if it is an emote that I have to do. All I know is I think it's going to be something involving music. Loud, something loud. Yeah. I'm hoping it'll all make sense when we get over to where the altar area. All right. Nope, nothing fancy. Let's follow down the line of the seaweed. The seaweed won't steer us wrong. I don't know if it matters whether or not he sucks up the glittering stuff here or not. Oh, right, I forget. Nazca goes to taste the coral first. Well, I guess we can have him. Well, I don't know, actually. We'll have him leave it. Won't matter, because hopefully we'll be getting the bonus boss. I don't want to have to get it wrong and come back here again. We'll have time to figure it out. I remember with Aloe, there's one certain part, unlocking the bonus boss, where you have to notice that an NPC has dropped something, and the first time I did, I didn't notice he dropped something, and so I got booted out, and I had to go pick it up. Right, I had to do things again so that I could go pick it up. All right, blood for the blood lily. Boom. All right, then here's this letter in the bottle again. This is the one that talked about the Dan terrorizes a village, raising waves to top. I don't know what the Dan is though. Topple our houses and lashing its tail to sink our ships. We are now cut off from our neighbors, and our reserves have dwindled to naught. Before long, none shall remain. If only we could join hands with the beautiful maidens who dwell in the sea. Yet now even they are beyond our reach. All right, here we are at the altar. So if I had to bet, it would be the eastern bow. So eastern bow. Will it say anything if I did it right? Is it a regular bow? Maybe it's a regular bow. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, colors. Okay. Okay. And then I am returned potentially. Oh, by the 12. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my God. Oh shit. Do I have to do this in order or do I have to pick one? Oh no. Oh no. How long does this last for? If I heck up, will it all go away? Maybe there's the order that they had this in. Oh, here we go. Indeed, coral spirals, coral spiral shells, starfish, and such all made appearance in our journey. Coral spiral shells. You can mess up without penalty. Oh, okay. The treasure was the one that ultimately moved the maiden's heart. Indeed, corals, spiral shells, starfish. Corals, spiral shells, starfish, but then we won't know if it's the pearl or the clam. I don't know if it's the colors, if the colors have any indication. Perhaps there's another hint in one of these. Maybe the one that had the pearl mentioned in it. This one. Clearly, even in the Windsor's Ocean, it was a singular treasure. The coral pedestal itself was also a sight to behold, colored with hues of white, blue, pink. Okay. Could it have been a pearl, I wonder, so it could have come from a clam of almost impossible size. Maybe the pearl, the clam, and then the pearl because the clam produces the pearl. Eh? Eh? Okay. Coral spiral shell. Okay, wait. They a coral cave and walked inside a gigantic spiral shell. There they accepted a starfish invitation at the bottom of the sea, but the Sea King bestows upon them the pearl that glows with soft pink light. But it doesn't say clam afterwards. The characters traversed a coral cave and walked inside a gigantic spiral shell. Where the Sea King... wait. There they accepted a starfish's invitation to the bottom of the sea, where the Sea King bestows upon them a pearl. I have to imagine it's clam pearl. Right? Okay. Oh, it makes its music. All right, coral. Oh my goodness. Spiral shell. Clam. Pearl. I don't imagine it's right. Do I have to do something at the end of it to be like a pachow, wabam? All right, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's Coral Cave. Oh shit. Well, whatever, I did it right. Oh, maybe there was no clam. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Daria the Sea Maid. Oh, most joyful of days. At last a voice from the land calls out to me again. Pretty creatures, allow me to guide you. What you seek lies at the end of this path. What? It appeared from nowhere. Yet you must tread carefully. It passes through the territory of a dreadful beast, where my voice will not reach you. I can't hear anymore. Well, we have no choice but to move forward, right? Okay, here we go. I stepped away. Was there clues in the text? Yeah, there was clues in one of the text. Yeah, there was no clam. Yeah, I got there without you saying it. Okay, is this the dreadful Dandan? Oh, from under the water. You figured out because you knew the music? Yeah, the Pearl music definitely felt like a conclusion one. It felt like it would be at the end. The Mighty Maw, oh man, I didn't see its title. At the end of the path weaved by the Sea Maid was a sight most astounding. The deadly Dandan. Oh, we're on the ocean. Oh, this is only mildly terrifying. Oh no, it's all foggy and shit too. Alright. Did I mention I have a slight fear of deep water? Alright, we're good, let's go. I can't believe one of the hints was in a message that was in a journal. Whoa. Oh no, oh goodness. Oh, he's rotating. Oh, okay, just rotate with it. Rotate. Oh, and now the lines have gone away. Okay, I'm sure it will be fine. Devour, no devour. No devouring. Oh no, oh my. No devour. Oh, he's got two mouths. What the fuck you doing? Oh, there's a timer. Shit. Okay, I misgot the timing of that. It's got the Xenomorph style going for it. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, I understand. What the orb's doing. Oh. Oh, okay. The Dan moves to attack from... No! Oh god, it's terrifying! Oh no. Oh, not like this. Unfathomable horror? I mean, we're already there, King. Okay, so this will be like, man, this is real Arkveld style. Oh my god. Oh shit, my god, at the same time? No, King. Surely not. I don't even know where the safe spot is. Oh, I'm mighty fucked. Oh, I'm a goner, dude. What if we don't devour, eh? What if we don't do that? Ah! Ah! I'm Ethan. Oh no, I'm very dead. Anyway, weaponized. Well, we're doing the thing. The thing in the text that was the hint was this one. It was when they talked about an alternate version of the tale. No, this one. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. In this edition of the story, the characters traversed a coral cave and walked inside a gigantic spiral shell. There they accepted a starfish's invitation at the bottom of the sea, where the Sea King bestows upon them a pearl. And then at the hint at the end is perhaps in another version of the events, these objects could play a more crucial role in the merchant's quest. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to be an emote that had involved this with music. I'm glad something appeared because I was like, surely something will appear and it'll all make sense. I'm surprised it wasn't an Eastern bow though, because Rokon made us always do an Eastern bow, and this is in the Near East, so I was expecting an Eastern bow, but no, it was a regular bow. But the I am returned from the note did come into play. That wasn't even in one of the VC entries. We just had to remember that. All right, here we are again, take 2. Let's do it. We'll defeat you, monster of the sea. Now that I know the order in which those things go off, I'll be better mindful of it. We have to remember where it is. Also, Uri said safe spot is either in front of him or behind him. Oh, is that how it works? So in this case, it's in front of him, like in front of the direction he's going. He scares me mightily. Oh, this timer bullshit. Okay, if we just stay in between and then we wait to know, we'll be safe either way. We're good. Everything is fine. Now this one, I need to see the oh wait, this isn't the one that I'm thinking of. The one where I need to like the bubbles like expand. That's the one that I really need to, you know, like figure out the pattern on. Yeah, here's these motherfuckers. Perhaps I get in for the donut. In for the donut and then into the center. Yeah, there we go. Uh-huh. No, don't do that. Don't do that, friend. Don't. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, 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 oy. That's terrifying. I don't like it. All right, gotta look where this safe space is first. Okay, it's behind his ass. I think it was probably here. Like, probably here is good. Now, it's gonna be, I'm scared. I'm okay. We did it, yay. No, not like this. All right, we're good. Actually, this is fine. Maw of the Deep. Oh shit, this is him doing... Oh no, wait, we're okay. No, wait, maybe what's happening? Oh no, we're fine. Oh, here's this shit again. With all the different things combined. All right, this time it's in front of him. He's like way too far in front of me. It's gonna be like way over here. Oh shit. God damn. Okay, like maybe here. Maybe here. Oh. Okay, we're okay. We're fine. We're fine. Guys, we're okay. No sweat. Just one bone stack as this stupid thing clipped me. Murky waters, rampart, doing some shielding. Oh, not the horrors again. How many times must we live through the horrors? Alright, this time it's behind him. Okay, like, here. I'm okay. Oh, boy. Wow. I was like, how close are we getting to the center here, fellows? I think we're on the repeat mechanics section of this shit. Rampart. Binary. Oh my god, not the infatigable horror shit again. Here we are. At least we've learned how to dodge it. Man, if you have to do this a lot. Alright. Considering it'll one-shot you if you heck up. Okay, this is in front of him this time. Okay, like here, here, here. Okay. He's almost dead. We just have to survive a little bit longer. Shit. I doubted myself. I thought it was going to go into the inside way faster than it already did. All right, finish it. No more horrors. The evil is defeated. Woo! Yeah, take that. Oh, it sinks into the water. Oh, wow. I think I'll stay well away from the open sea for some time. Me too. Well, let's get to land. Are those flowers? Yeah, they are. Hold on. It says, though it calls ruin upon its foes, the monstrous fish was felled. Monstrous in fucking deed. Look at this. It's so pretty. Wait, Inaska, hold on. Wait for me. This is the village that was destroyed. Soon after, they came upon a village long forgotten. Village of no one. Oh, no. Not a single soul to be found. But plainly this place once thrived. Wait, that carpet. Is it not the self-same design we saw in the maiden's room? Oh, the well-loved carpet at the beginning. This is something of immeasurable. Could this have been her home? There's a plate with a matching pattern too. It's quite dirty, but I think we should take it back with us. Is this the thing of immeasurable wealth? Something from her lost home? Let us return. I hope this will offer her some comfort. Because her sorrow is her entire village was destroyed by the Dan. I see. Pro gamer, I swear, thank you. We did it. Oh. That was only mildly terrifying as someone who has a bit of a fear of deep water. Doesn't like the deep water a little bit. You know, the moment where he comes up from underneath, I was just like, no, I don't like that. All right. It was only one time in the fight though, so it was fine. But gave me the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Ooh. Look at how pretty this place is with all of the, I think this is like kelp or something growing over and whatever have you. Some sort of like a seaweed capacity. Very pretty though, very pretty. Village of no one, so this is completely destroyed. And only after quite a while did we manage to befriend the fish lady and open up the path. They said at the beginning, almost joyful of days at last, voices from the land call out to me again. So that's why they were sorrowful, because maybe they also, the sea folk had a pact with these villagers, but they were cut off from them, from the Dan, and they couldn't call upon them. I see. Hope that front to back call out helped. It really did. That it was either at the front or was at the back. That helped a lot to knowing where the safe spot, what the pattern for the safe spot was. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right, so this is going to be the true ending to the tale here. This is the thing of wealth immeasurable, is perhaps defeating the Dan that destroyed her village. And knowing the truth behind her sorrow. My beloved, oh, theatrical voice. My beloved, look, the sea made on this plate. It matches the one on the carpet adorning your room. Holy shit, it's going fast. I knew it must be special to you, so I've returned with it now.
You were correct. This plate stores memories of a life I'd almost forgotten. When that terrible beast snuffed out the light of my joy and left me with naught but solitude and sorrow. And I'm also reminded of those I lost, my parents, my brothers. They would want me to live in happiness. Surely.
Yeah.
It was wrong of me to put you through this ordeal. Yet I'm grateful for this gift. If you can find it in your heart to forgive me, I would gladly spend my life by your side. I'm afraid the dialogue is going to go. It always goes fast. I would just spend my life by your side.
And that's the true ending of the tale. That the immeasurable wealth was not something that was bringing a conclusion to the tale, to the destruction of her village. To seeing the truth within her heart, that's of the sorrow that she held, and laying low the beast that destroyed her village. Because anybody can shower you with immeasurable wealth, but that shows that he cares for her happiness. Alright, who the fuck are you? Kamal Basert, look at this guy with his trihorn hat. Yeah, don't mind me, dude. I'm relieved that you and Nazca came back unharmed. I can tell Furgem feels the same. It'll be good to rest a while without having to fret over your safety. That's right, I've been fretting here the entire time. Don't mind me. Oh my god, are these hors d'oeuvres? Sandwiches? I'll take some of these. Num num num. Don't worry about me. Alright, Furgem. Starting a new chapter, Furgem has a message to deliver to you. Greetings, Helen. I heard you made some impressive progress in the pages of the Merchant's Tale. You did. I think we found the real conclusion to the tale. Nazca could barely contain her excitement when she told me about it. She's been thinking about what you saw while inside the book, and she wanted to speak with you about it. Hell yeah. I shall contact her and tell her to meet you at Archon's Design. Hopefully the two of you can find a nice place to chat. For a chat. Where the fuck is Archon's Design? Oh, by the water fountain? Do 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 do. Da, da, da. Oh, never mind. I thought it would have been appropriate by the water fountain down there. There's a lot of water features, actually. All right, but no, right here overlooking Charlane. Oh, daytime. Mandated daytime. Hold on. We must get into Nazca's voice again. Rocks. Okay. There you are. I hope you weren't waiting for long. Nope, we're enjoying the sight of Charlane in 100% daytime. Now that I have had some time to think about our time within the manuscript, I'd like to thank you anew for your bravery. What you did was no easy feat. Don't worry, tried and true combatant right here. We're glad to have been your bodyguard in that tale. I wouldn't have been able to decipher the story's mysteries without you. To think such a commonplace object would be the priceless treasure we were looking for. Oh, the well-worn plate that showed that we had been to her village and felled the Dandan. One final question yet bothered me, however. I've been trying to figure out why my father gifted the book to me. What he wanted me to accomplish for his final test. Maybe it's the idea that as a gleaner, you know, Well, as a gleaner's jobs are mostly to bring back whatever the archons or whoever hires them wants them to. But I think maybe the idea is if you're out there seeking things of value, the things that are truly valuable aren't things that are glitter. You know, they're not things that of glitter and gold and sparkle. You know, those aren't the things that truly matter when it comes down to it in terms of having wealth. You know, in terms of life. You know, obviously not like, you know, living well, you want the money or whatever, but I'm talking about, you know, like in terms of having a rich life, you know. Anyway, y'all get it.
Eventually, I remembered the advice my father gave when I asked to become his apprentice. Books had long since been my obsession, and I knew I wanted to specialize in recovering documents of all sorts.
So that's why you apprenticed under him, because was his specialty as a gleaner? Like Aaronville specializes in beasts and animals, but these are other specializations?
He said, a gleaner may come into their own once they can obtain the item they're asked to find, but as only the first step toward true mastery.
Finding the item you want to find, but the second one is maybe seeing the value in the item you've been asked to find?
For the longest time, I believed that my father was so respected because he could find even the rarest texts. Yet I realize now that I was wrong. When we handed the young maiden that plate, she wept for joy. My father wanted to see those tears.
Okay, it was how much he cared about... Oh god, damn it, I meant to... Damn it.
What was of worth immeasurable to her would have looked worthless to anyone else.
Okay, so it is still coming down to that lesson. It's finding things that are important to people.
The concept of value differs from person to person. A rare and expensive object won't necessarily be considered truly valuable by one and all.
Something valuable because it has demand somewhere. But, you know, like some things that are valuable, some people would just be like, what worth is that weird thing? You know? Like, you know, there could be like a statue of gold and a lot would be like, wow, it's worth a lot. And I'd be like, what the fuck would I do with a statue of gold? You know? Things like that. Plus, you know, like gold is very malleable. I don't think it would make a good statue anyway. Any hoodle. Regardless, I digress.
A master gleaner can see what their client truly desires and deliver something that speaks to their heart.
Wow. Dude, man, gleaners are deep. Man, I feel you. As an adventurer, we've all long been tasked with finding things. This reminds me a lot of the crafting, specifically the Endwalker, leatherworking weaver, carpenter crafting quest, where we were restoring objects. Is that we were restoring objects that meant a lot to people, that they would want to have it restored because it had meaning. And somebody was just like, why waste resources on that? Well, it's because this is helping mend people's hearts. It helps give them morale in the trying times having some of these objects. And so it was worth it. And it was also a thing of, you know, like when you were crafting it, you wanted to keep what the person that commissioned it wanted in mind. You know, to restore it the way that they wanted it. Reminds me of that.
That must be what my father meant by his advice so long ago.
Hell yeah, if this tale helped you, perhaps it helped him too at some point. Very serious look we have.
I wasn't the only one left with a book, you know. My father, drawing on the keen sense he'd honed over a lifetime, left keepsakes for each of his daughters. 12 books, each perfectly matching their recipient's needs.
Once again, in the short story in the whatever volume 2, not an online story unfortunately, but you can find, somebody's probably posted somewhere online the thing, because it showed he cared for his daughter, like it showed the merchant that he cared for the maiden, you know, giving them books that pertain to their interests showed that they cared for he cared for his daughters.
Although the time he spent with us was scarce, he paid attention, knew us through and through.
Yeah, he knew Y'shtola was looking into cross world travel, man. That means he definitely knew what was up.
Now more than ever, I want to follow in his footsteps. His wisdom has gifted me with a new perspective from which to approach my work.
Hell yeah, lass. Hell yeah.
Of course, I have you to thank for this discovery. I won't soon forget our time together. Speaking of which, my sisters and I don't see each other all too often, nor do we keep in touch regularly.
Yeah, they care for one another, but yeah, they're a bit distant.
Even so, when Y'shtola and I had a chance to catch up recently, she told me all about the adventures you've shared together.
There's been a lot. It's been pretty crazy.
The tale was very concise and organized.
It sounds like Y'shtola.
As is her wont, yet the proud look on her face as she told it showed plainly how much she treasured the experience.
Wow, the whole thing? To have walked alongside us.
I felt like I caught a glimpse of what she considers truly valuable.
Knowledge, the journey, discovery.
And it made me feel closer to her. I hope your travels continue to be exciting and fulfilling, Kelwyn. Thank you.
What was the line? Man, well, I can't remember. I can't tell you. It's not coming to me now, but you know, like, was it a good journey? It has been.
I know that wherever you end up, a bright future awaits you.
Thanks, Nazca, all the screenshots. My goodness. You as well, my friend. New friend. Be well on your journey towards being a master gleaner. That was lovely. Like I said, I really enjoyed this variant dungeon experience. It was a really good one. I liked how all of the like little notes all came together to figure out the last part of it. Because yeah, sometimes the notes will like, it'll lead you to another path and then only one note will sort of be involved in sort of the ending part of it. But that one was like, it was all bringing it together, and I like that, like solving pieces of a puzzle. And the Corvos, the storybooks Corvos setting actually ended up being really great. I was a little bit disappointed we weren't actually physically going to Corvos, but I like this because it gives us a perspective of Corvos historically. So, and the fights were a lot of fun too. It was good. It was good. Oh, also Weaponized said, Luna, you're just thinking about the music puzzle and you're just making sure. Were you aware that the puzzle song was the same as the brief section of the dungeon's music? Yeah, I was listening to it and I was just like, that does sound like the music that's playing in the dungeon. 100%. It was recognizable. Uri said, besides Rokon, this variant takes the cake for me. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I really enjoyed Aloe Aloe. I thought Aloe Aloe was a lot of fun. This one's really good. I like the way that everything came together. Yeah. Rokon was really good too. They're very good. Sildy was sort of like the first steps into it. I like the puzzle aspects in Sildy. I thought the Sildy, there was nothing here that there was a couple of times where I had to look up something because it tripped me up. Sildy was one of them where there was like a moment where you had to like wait specifically by a door for a little bit, and there was no indication that you had to do that. And that one, like I would go over to the door, and you have to do it within a specific time window. That part pissed me off. That was a bad puzzle aspect. But otherwise, you know, it was a good first intro to the variant dungeon stuff, and it was fun with the demo. But all the other ones have been stellar. I really love them. Rokon for me was just the vibes and scenery. Oh hell yeah, Rokon is beautiful. Aloe Aloe is beautiful too. Like, it's so good. The variant dungeons, I love them because, you know, yeah, you can go to these. All of them have been really beautiful, and you get to go to these locations in the lore that is, you know, like might not fit into an expansion, but is really fun anyway. And like we saw in Aloe Aloe can you know, give a little bit of more background to whatever could be coming. So maybe we'll end up doing some seeing some Corvo stuff. Who knows? We'll have to see. We'll have to see where the story goes. But yeah, this is gonna be that is gonna be it for us. Once again, love the variant dungeons. Greatly looking forward to them doing more of them. It seems like because we got one variant dungeon for Dawn Trail, it'll be one variant dungeon for expansion. But it'll be a highlight of an expansion to me. This is some of my favorite content. Some of my favorite content, and eventually I look forward to doing the hard mode of some of these and probably some of the previous ones later, perhaps once we're done the tier. But yeah, that'll be it for the Merchant's Tale. And also it for the stream today. Also it for the stream today. We've gone fairly long, so I gotta go sleep. I gotta go sleep because we're gonna be doing some Overwatch in the morning. But yeah. Also already said, let me know when/if you want to hop into advanced. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think it'll be sometime after I finish the tier. So still perhaps a while out yet, but you know, it'll be waiting there for me. I definitely we should probably look at the rewards. Also, hold on, let me plug in this headset real quick because it's been beeping angrily at me. Once again, that's out of charge. But yeah, I definitely want to go do the hard mode stuff eventually, but probably after finishing the tier, after I get M12 down and can find some time. Once again, this day next week we'll be doing the other new thing that came out with the 7.45, which is the new chapter of Hildebrand. I've been really enjoying Dawn Trail Hildebrand so far, so I really look forward to doing that. All right, Corvosi Artifact Exchange. So this is the brass exchange. We've got an earring. Oh, that's very pretty. Sort of like flowers with the two little things intertwining. Very nice, very nice. It doesn't die though. It doesn't have a die channel. This one is like a little butterfly. All right, all right. Very delicate little bracelets. The bracelets, so whatever. The ring. And no, maybe not the ring. The earring seems nice though. I'll probably pick up the earring. Soothing Sea Beast. Oh my god, it's the little manatee, but in like the pink and purple format. Oh, that's gonna be great. Some sort of glasses. Corvosi screens, the housing item. All right, all right, all right. Is that where is there no what about the mount? I thought there was the mount associated with it. Was one of these a mount? Is the mount like some sort of random drop chance, or is it for completing the? No, it's for completing the. I thought there was a secondary mount on here, but is it for completing the? Is it from completing the Savage? It'll be a drop. Like loot. Probably. Probably. Mount is only advanced of Criterion. Okay, it's not for the tokens, it's as a drop. Okay. Alright. So the brass you get from advanced or from Criterion? All right, anywho, let's pick up this orchestron as well. And then I don't think... was there something that I wanted to pick up here? Let me remind myself. I think there was perhaps one thing. Most of this I'm kind of like, about it is a really nice. The maiden's outfit is really nice. Oh right, I wanted to pick up these gloves. Definitely, those gloves look very nice. I like all the decorations and rings and stuff like that. What about the pants? Yeah, the pants. I'm not a particular fan for the looks that I usually like to go for. And then, yeah, these are mostly sandals. Very pretty sandals, though. I might pick up these ones just to have. All right. Advanced is flying carpet. Criterion is genie. Oh, okay. And 100 tokens each. Oh, okay. Is there a different vendor for that then? No, it's still in the artifact exchange. Brass is the only thing you get for advance as far as I know. Okay. Alright, well, those other rewards we'll look forward to when eventually you do the hard mode stuff. Otherwise, I can probably delete these Corvosi potsherds. And else to get with them? Same vendor? Okay. Because I didn't see appear. Do you have to do it for it to pop up? I assume. Because I ain't seen it here. You believe you have to do it? Okay, that probably makes sense then. I wish they would just have it on there, but alright, I have to do it to unlock it then. Okay. I'll look forward to doing that sometime in the future. And yeah, I'll keep you in mind there for when I do decide to go on in. But yeah, thanks again, everybody. Here we are again. You know why we're here again, fellows? I was just like, wow, what a beautiful cutscene that was. We have to hand it back into Fear Gem. We have to hand it back into Fear Gem, dude. No, hold on. I didn't read. It says speak with Fear Gem. God damn. Hold on, guys. Pause that end music. It's not ending yet. We're going. I thought we were done. I was just like, oh, what a beautiful. We're all good. It's probably just gonna be like, thanks, Kelwin. Here, take this. Dun 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 dun. All right. Whoops. So yeah, here we are with Fear Gem. Here we are with Fear Gem because I also we have to hand this in. I was just like, oh yeah, okay. I was just like, okay, good cutscene, but no, yeah, we have to hand this in now too. All right, Fear Gem. You spoke with Nazca then. Good, good. I know you're a busy woman, so we both appreciate your time. Your old Noon was truly one of the best of us. And while Nazca has some work ahead until she reaches his level, there's no doubt in my mind she can eventually surpass her father. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Merchant's Tale will remain here in safekeeping. Never feel like perusing his pages once again. I'm certain Nazca will gladly accompany you. For all you've done for us, I would offer you this. We always give it to gleaners before they depart, that they may find their way back to us safely. Is it a lamp? Because may it offer the same protection on your next adventure. I only hope I have a chance to hear it sometime. Oh no, it's sandwiches. What do you mean it's sandwiches? Oh, alright guys, no worries, it was just sandwiches. What do you mean it's sandwiches? Alright. There we go. Now the Merchant's Tale is done. Worry not, for the manuscript is our safekeeping. I hope your time within its pages was as thrilling as your other adventures. It was great. I loved it. Still this rando here. I wish I don't know if Nazca's out there now in the world somewhere and we could talk to her, but there we go. All right. There, and scene. and now we're done. I didn't realize we also had to hand it into Persian at the end there. Also, real quick. So for the variant dungeon, the Merchant's Tale, I forgot about this, so probably gonna tack it on at the end of the Merchant's Tale VOD when I eventually put that up on my VOD YouTube. But I forgot to read the final entry. There's a couple things I forgot. One, I forgot to hand in that final quest that we had, and two, I forgot to read the final entry. So this is the final entry we got for unlocking the final bonus route. And so it reads, the Eye of the Beholder. It was the soot-covered plate which the maiden treasured above all. Almost buried in ash, the ruins standing by the sea were once home to the maiden who appears in the beginning of the story. It seems the people who lived there shared a type of fellowship with the sea folk, using an altar to interact with them and exchange various goods, which was the altar that we came across. That was, until the day the Dandan appeared to threaten their peaceful lives. Stories tell of a brave young man who secluded himself in the mountains to hone his body and mind, that he might fell the dread beast. So that's the book that we found, who's talking about apparently the young man who's trying to gain mastery of the sword so that he returned and save his village. That was the book that we found in the mountains, where the one that we found out the phrase "I am returned." But he was, unfortunately, it says here, too late. But the Dan did not wait. In time, the village succumbed to its wrath. Bereft of both family and home, the young maiden drifted aimlessly until she reached the city where the book begins. No matter how lustrous, no treasure could soothe such a troubled heart. Yet the soot-covered plate was enough to stir memories of the maiden's family, allowing her to face her past and turn her gaze to the future. Having risked life and limb to bring back something so precious, surely the young merchant became a trustworthy companion to the maiden. Finding the item our client's request is indeed a gleaner's primary duty, yet at times, it seems even the clients themselves are unaware of their true desire. To read between and beyond the client's words and find what they generally consider to be of worth immeasurable is our true task. So to find what they truly seek. That was what my father showed me, and I will keep that lesson close at heart as I continue my own journey. So that's sort of the lesson that her father had hoped to impart upon her on giving her this book. So that's a nice tail end to that journey. Also, one of the reasons I've been looking for I want the triple triad card from Dandan specifically. I don't typically put much stock in collecting the cards. I'm just like, yeah, I'll collect them if I can. But apparently on the card for the Dandan, it says that it was a fearsome creature, and that the people of the Corvosi Narrow, which is sort of, I guess, this part of the land by the ocean, summoned the likeness of the Dandan as a primal, and if we put that together with what we know of from Gorgon's Encyclopedia 3, the entry on the sapphire weapon, we know that it consumed, to gain its power, it consumed one of the primals of the like Ultima. The Ultima weapon consumed the primals to change its gain power and change its features. The sapphire weapon consumed a primal of the Corvosi Narrow, so it's most likely a primal based on the Dandan that we fight as part of this. So that's a cool little bit of lore as well. But yeah, so very forgetful at the end of finishing the Merchant's Tale. So we'll tack this. I'll see if I can't tack this onto the end of the video so I can have all of the stuff in there. But yeah, so that's the final little bit for the Merchant's Tale.